Kai Lenny says these quad fins will change your surfing forever. So today we're going to find out if that's true or not. I saw a video just a few weeks ago about these MFC, that's Maui fin company, Kai XXL R2 quads, where the rear quad is bigger than the front quads. And I'll explain what that means in a moment. But I wanted to try some, so I got my hands on a set. And it wasn't as easy as I thought. Being in Australia, MFC don't ship internationally. So I tried some of the Australian resellers, but they're out of stock. So I had to go to an American retailer who would ship it internationally, and I've got some of these. So thanks to Real Water Sports for sending these over so quickly at a very reasonable shipping rate. Now you may be thinking, well, you're not riding huge waves at Nazare or Jaws. Do you need to spend a few $100s on a set of fins like this? So I thought I'd get some and try them so you don't have to take the risk. When I tried to put these in my fin box, these front ones would not go in. They were just too tight. So I actually had to get some sandpaper and round off this edge so that I could eventually work it into the box and get a tight fit. So if that happens to you, a little bit of rough sandpaper will solve your problem. With traditional quads, the front fin is bigger than the back fin. We've all surfed quads like this, but with this set, the interesting thing is the front fin is smaller and the rear fin is larger. So it's more like a Twinzer. Maybe you've tried a Twinzer, I did, and it was fun. So I wanted to see what it's like. Now, some people on Kai's video have said, oh, I'm just going to swap mine around and see how that feels before I buy them, right? Good in theory, but if you have a look at the base of these fins, you'll see that they are a different size. So if you happen to have futures or single tab, it's not going to be possible to swap them around. If you have FCS2, maybe you can. So what board do you try these fins in? This board here is a 7.6, and I guess you'd call it a semi-gun. And I thought this was probably a really good starting point. So I took this board out. It took me about 15 minutes to paddle out from the beach break. And I was able to hop onto a nice circa 6-foot wave for over 100 meters. And it felt really, really smooth. It felt really fast. Now, why is that happening? Well, I'm not a hydrodynamics expert, but what I think is going on is the fins are actually quite small. So they probably have a little bit less surface area and a little bit less drag. My concern was, would it have enough hold for a large person like me? And the answer is yes, it did have enough hold. They actually felt really nimble, and I was very comfortable with it. So what other boards would you consider these fins for, or would you not? Let's have a look. This board here is my 8'2" triple stringer gun, and I think these fins are going to be perfect for this board. The reason why is when I put the normal size quad fins on it, it feels a bit stiff and it doesn't want to turn much. So having smaller fins should help loosen it up a bit, and I'm pretty confident it's going to have enough hold, because hey, if it works for Kai Lenny on big waves, then it's going to work for me on big waves. Now here we have a Seaside in Volcanic. It's a nice look. I think these fins look a little small for this board. It's a wide tail. Traditionally they have a big keel front and a very small rear. In saying that, the Mikado fins that I had for this were so bad I sold them. So I went to standard quads. So I'll definitely try this, but I have a feeling it'll either be too loose or just not have enough drive. And this is not the kind of board that these fins were designed for. This is a small wave, medium wave, wide, short, fun board. So I'm not expecting them to go too well, and I'll come back to you on another video with that. So are they worth it? For me, I'd say I've already had enough validation from my very first ride on a decent size wave to know these feel good. And I'm pretty excited to try them in the larger board. So I would say Kai, clearly one of the greatest watermen ever to live. He's done a lot of R&D with MFC. If you can get your hands on a set, I notice they're actually sold out right now for the single tab. There's a couple of dual tabs available on the website. Then give them a go. Let me know what you think about these fins. But for me, I'd say worth trying for sure.